See these three cards? Yes, that is exactly what we're going to talk about in today's video. Okay, there are two ways to build a retreat business as a coach, or a coaching business as a retreat leader. One, keep selling coaching and retreats separately forever. Constant launching, constant rebuilding. Or you build one audience that feeds the other. That's better and lighter. That's exactly what I'm going to show you today. I want you to look at this card. Now imagine that this is actually your retreat audience. This is a circle that you have to fill with your retreat audience. Now I'm going to write O here, retreat, sorry, RA, retreat audience. Now, everything is good with it. There's nothing wrong. I mean, if you want to fill your retreats, you want to fill your audience with the people, right? You want to fill your retreats with the right people, with the right audience. The problem is that you are on this hamster wheel of constant rebuilding, constant relaunching. Once you have a retreat, you are either hoping that these people sign up to your next retreat, or you're just focused on delivering a great retreat so that these people go and talk good about your retreat and go and tell their friends that you're hosting this amazing retreat, that you're this amazing person in the world who is doing such amazing work. And then they start sending their families, their friends, and relatives. That's what you want, right? So that's one way of building your audience. But the problem is that you're not looking at the bigger picture. You're leaving the vision, the long term vision, out of the picture here. You're not talking about retention. You're not thinking like a business owner. You're not thinking like a CEO. Now, a CEO or a hybrid business owner thinks about retention, thinks about scalability, thinks about lifetime value of a customer. So you can't just rely on the possibility of these people going and talking to their friends and bringing their friends in, or becoming a repeat customer, or your retreat going absolutely amazing so that people go out and leave good reviews and stuff like that, right? Now, there is a gap that we can fill. And in this video, I'm exactly going to tell you how that gap that you're creating in your current business model is going to be filled. All right, let's look at this circle now. Now, any guesses? What does this circle mean? Okay, so this is your coaching audience. Let's say you are a coach. I'm gonna write CA here. So that's like CA coaching audience. So we have two cards now. We have retreat audience and we have coaching audience. Now, coaching audience is where you sell your offers online. You're either doing some one-on-one offline work, or you're creating your group coaching online, you're building your audience, you're getting enrollments, you're teaching these people how to do XYZ, you're putting content out on social media to get these people's attention, then you're either taking them on a sales call and converting them on a sales call, or you're doing live webinars, you're doing some live videos, and then you are putting your offer out, your sales page out, and chances are that these people are converting. They are going to your sales page and they're joining, or they're converting on your sales call. Any possibility could be possible, right? Again, the problem is that you are on this roller coaster wheel where you're constantly looking for new enrollments. You're making more money, but you're also spending your time in creating more content. And you're constantly thinking about how to convert. Now, my problem with these two models separately is that it's like running on a treadmill and not doing resistance training and then expecting muscles, right? That's who I was like a couple of months ago, or years ago, actually, not months ago. Now, both these approaches separately are basically disjointed funnels. And what we want to be doing is that we want to create a joint funnel. We want to connect these two funnels. We want to connect these two different models and create a funnel that not only feeds our bank account today, but also 10 years down the line. So look at it this way. If you are a big fan of rare beauty, like if you've ever purchased a rare beauty product, you know that it's not because you like Rare Beauty and suddenly Rare Beauty came out of the blue. It's because Selena Gomez, I was gonna say Serena Williams for some reason anyway. Selena Gomez has put so much effort into building her brand, becoming the person she is, and she's given out so much that now when she puts out or launches her beauty brand, you go and grab those products. It's the same with Fenty Beauty too. Like Rihanna, you buy Fenty Beauty not because Fenty Beauty is good, but because it's Rihanna's brand. Like that's the first reason why you buy it, right? And so you naturally expect it to be good. What we are talking about here is to build a brand that keeps on building your bank account, your legacy, your lifestyle, your kids' lifestyle, your family members' lifestyle. Basically, we're talking about generational brand building and not just some millions. Okay, so how do we do it? Well, we are going to create a joint funnel. We're going to connect these two audiences so that one audience feeds the other, right? I hope you can see. So like one audience, and let me just label this actually. So the coaching audience builds the retreat audience, and the retreat audience then builds your coaching audience. And therefore, you're not constantly launching, you're not constantly building. Instead, you're looking at the long term scalability of the brand. I'm going to ask you a question. If you're with me till this point, I think you already understand what I'm talking about. But in order to make sure that you get the foundation of this, I'm going to ask you a question. Do you think all millionaires and billionaires, all the generational wealth that is created, that is being created in today's times, do you think it's all done by these people by spending the hours that they have, by the work that they do, by taking on one-on-one clients, by relaunching their products, by hosting retreats? Do you think that's the only reason? If that's what you think, put a comment in the comment box. And I think this chat is probably not for you then. Well, the core idea behind building generational brand, generational wealth, millionaire wealth is that we have to find how can we amplify or expand the lifetime value of a customer. So the retention and the lifetime value of the customer, these two things are really the key things where people, successful people, profitable people, play on. So that's what we are also doing in this video. That's what we are understanding too, how to do it. Okay, at this point, I'm going to take this opportunity. If you're struggling to know where to start, so you don't know whether you should start with coaching or you should start with retreats first, I have a quiz that teaches you, that shows you exactly where you should begin and what your next steps should be. If you want access to the quiz, comment start, and I'm going to give you the link. If you're watching this on YouTube, then there is a link in the description. Go and take the quiz and get the answers for yourself. And let's get back to the video. Okay, I'm going to give you 3 scenarios here to make sure that this concept becomes foundational for you and becomes easy to understand for you. Like, what am I talking about? Like, it's not just gibberish, right? Anyway, scenario number 1. Let's say you are already hosting your retreats, or let's say you decide to host your retreat first. And let's say you get 10 people in your retreat. Now, those 10 people could be coming from anywhere. I'm not going into that conversation right now. Like, they could be your friends, they could be your friends' friends, they could be new clients, people converted through your content, whatever, right? Now, you have these people. Now, if you pitch a membership, let's say you are a wellness teacher, maybe a neuroscience teacher or a neuroscience coach, and you're hosting a retreat, you have 10 people. At the end of the retreat, if you pitch or if you offer a membership, a monthly membership for $29 a month for the next 12 months, that not only talks about what you discussed in the retreat, but also integrates everything for them and also takes them on this journey forward for the next 12 months. Not only does that make you more revenue, but you're also planting seeds for your future, for your long-term vision. You're also making sure that these people stay in your container, they stay with you, and over the course of next 12 months, they then go and talk about you as a coach, you as a retreat leader with hundreds and thousands of people. So it's not just happening over those 10 days or 5 days or 6 days. It's actually going to happen for the next 12 months and maybe like forever. Imagine the ripple effect of this one step that you take, a small offer, $29 a month membership, and you could just meet like once a month. Just imagine the ripple effect. I want to tell you something. When a famous person goes on a book tour, I mean, they're already famous. Why are they doing the book tour then? The reason is there's something profound happens when people meet people. And when they stay with them on this journey for forever, for 20 years, magic happens. And if you want to build magic for your business, for your brand too, you want to make sure that you're creating containers, you're creating ecosystems that support that magic. Scenario number 2. Let's say you host an event full of 100 people or 50 people. Let's say you're doing a collaboration event. At this point you might be thinking, how am I supposed to get 100 people? Guri, I'm just starting out. So let's say you do a collaboration event, or you happen to be somebody who's into events and you have like 100 people or 200 people in your event, and I'm talking in person. How about you offer them a $5,000 course or a $10,000 program on that, and on the last day or maybe second last day, and imagine how all of this pans out. Like, not only do you have these 200 people and the revenue that comes from these 200 people, but the revenue has just multiplied. And not only that, you're also again building this closer group of yours, these people who are going to talk all the good things about you. There is a science, there is a reason why people always sell high ticket offers on their events. And there is a reason why people always sell lower ticket offers on their smaller retreats. There is art and science behind it. And if you want to know more about it, comment art and science, and I'm going to drop another video on that. So let's say you have 200 people who are craving more content, craving more attention, craving more intimacy with you. And so you launch a $10,000 program for them. And now they're on this journey with you for forever. And they're going to say all the good things about you, right? Scenario number 3, let's say you already have a coaching program that sells for, I don't know, $197 or $10,000 or whatever, and you have already enrolled people in it, and let's say you're already making $10,000 or $5,000 a month. Now you invite these people on a smaller retreat, or you could go to the most common, most accessible city, and then you host a retreat there for these people. Now, most people think that my clients won't fly down to meet me one-on-one. That's a misconception. 2 things happen. 1, either people will fly down to meet you and just make all the efforts and make it possible for them to meet you on this retreat. Or if you think that that's not going to be a possibility, because let's say you're in the United States and your client is in Australia, or you're basically 24 hours apart, you could meet halfway. You could travel and host your retreat at somewhere which is like geographically like possible, and maybe you reduce down the 24-hour timeline to 12-hour timeline. But anyway, what you're doing you're making it possible, and you're also taking that effort. So that's actually a very great tip I've given to you. So make sure that you note it down somewhere. Anyway, so you have a coaching program, you invite these people, and you make it more intimate. Now imagine these people have only seen you on this virtual screen, and they've built a connection with you. Imagine when they meet in person with you. Imagine when they spend 5 days with you in this intimate one-on-one retreat space. Imagine the transformation. Imagine the beauty in it. And it's not like you're just getting people's money. You're providing them transformation, and you're building an ecosystem. And down the line, you're creating a smooth journey for them as well, so that they don't have to hop from coach to coach or hop from training to training with other people as well. All right, so if you're on the same boat with me, but you're struggling to find your starting point, comment start, and I'm going to drop the link to this amazing simple quiz that I've created, which will help you identify whether you should start with retreats or you should start with coaching. Not only that, down the steps, it will also tell you when and why you should build a hybrid ecosystem. This is your pathway to becoming a hybrid business owner, a hybrid authority. in my world, I feel like hybrid business owner is a small word. The bigger word is hybrid authority. So this is your chance to become a hybrid authority in your niche. Okay, if you're excited, do tell me in the comments and hope to get you started. Let's dive in. Also, if you're someone who's looking for more help, I'm also opening doors to Moonshot Accelerator. Now, it's a hybrid program, which means that you get access to me as your one-on-one coach, but also there is a group setting. So we're not just relying on one-on-one, but we're also growing in a group with the community. What this does is the core purpose of this program, of this mastermind style program, is it doesn't start from scratch like other masterminds. Instead, it finds the problem, the gap in your business, and then it helps you solve that one problem first. So we start with what your business needs as opposed to what I think that you should be doing. If that makes sense, I think the link is in the description. And if you're on, let's get started.